Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights. I am JD, aka He Who Pods. Glasses on today, so also rear view mirror. I'm so excited, and when you're trying to do some shit you're not supposed to do, sometimes it trips you up. And this is my lovely co-host, Dashing D, aka Cool Grandma, but not really, aka the King of R&B, album on the 12th. AKA New Do Who You.
Not New Do Who You. All right. Yeah. Thanks for that wonderful introduction. That's why you wanted to do the introduction.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. New Do Who You. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's it.
That it is.
Anyway, speaking of new things, Loren LoRosa got something new coming.
Producer / personality on The Breakfast Club. She announced a new podcast.
Yep. On The Breakfast Club.
On The Breakfast Club, about herself. It was actually kind of funny the way she said, Essence reported today that Loren LoRosa
has a new podcast coming out.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
I love it.
Yeah, so listen, I don't want to muddy her exciting news. I think this is great. But we do have to acknowledge that this came just days after her and Jess Hilarious had it out on The Breakfast Club, where, Jess Hilarious was continuing to air out her grievances that she had started airing out on a live the day
on
before.
Instagram Live, yep.
So this is cool. This is good. Lauren's great, by the way. She's very talented. A true journalist.
Mm.
Not like what we do over here. But, has that journalism background, and it shows. So this will be great. It's called The Latest with Loren LoRosa, and she's going to be, giving current events and talking about all the things and whatnot and, doing what she does best.
5 days a week.
5 days a week. Like us. She stole it from us.
I would say, I wonder who that sounds like.
She stole it from us, you think? You think she's been listening on the low? Why we don't have a Black Effect deal? Charlemagne? The God? Where's our deal? Where's our Black Effect check? We do this.
Would you sign to Black Effect?
Yeah, you wouldn't? We should talk about that off pod. That's none of these people's business.
While you're begging for deals, it made me ask. It made me think for just a second, like, is that what we want? Shout out to Loren LoRosa. Shout out to The Black Effect, which is where her podcast will be. Yeah, this is cool. Very cool. She said that it will be different than what she does on Breakfast Club. She'll be giving a deeper dive into topics. She'll also have special guests coming along and some other stuff to bring you more into her world.
Yeah.
Her words, not mine.
Mm-hmm. I think this is great.
I think so too. It's a great way to announce it. A great way to show, hey, listen, man, I do got skills and I'm going to keep showing y'all. And it's a great way to differentiate yourself from and what you do up there versus what you do on Breakfast Club. Because she said it. She said, I know people's first question is, how is this different than what you already do? And she told y'all. And I think that's great.
Also, because I got to be a little petty. For the people who don't know math, podcast deals don't get signed overnight.
Oh, right. The internet.
This did not happen as a result of the public back and forth that happened a week ago between Jess Hilarious and Loren LoRosa.
There's a trailer and everything. This has been in the works.
There's absolutely no way that would have been true. So for all you people saying, oh my gosh, she works fast and oh my goodness, look at them giving her this because of the fight with Jess. No, guys, let's use our brains here. Let's just type it in. Because think about it. When you get a job, it ain't that quick. Think about it like that. Because I feel like sometimes people think that like high profile people like live these vastly different lives and have vastly different rules from us. They still live in the same country we do, which
Right. And not only that, but there's still a process. And there are multiple companies involved in this deal. Black Effect is a subsidiary of iHeartMedia. You think iHeartMedia just was like, oh, I saw that fight y'all had on the air. Let's give you a deal today. You want to start tomorrow? Let's do that. No,
let's do the trailer tonight and we'll release the trailer tomorrow. That's not how that works. That's just not it. It just doesn't. I worked at iHeartMedia, and I would say my onboarding process took at least a month. So I don't think that there is any way that that would happen in a matter of 48 hours. Just
no.
And a lot can happen in 48 hours, but
also Loren LoRosa is not Beyonce. They're not going to move at the speed of light to give her this thing, right? So if Beyonce called and said, hey, I want a podcast, I want to start tomorrow, let's do the trailer tonight, maybe
they'll do it.
They would do it. But Loren LoRosa, and this is not a dig at Loren LoRosa.
No.
I'm just trying to explain that there is a process, and that process would only get skipped for like a megastar. Maybe.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. And even megastars want time with their contract to make sure it has to go to the lawyers and whatnot. It just nothing moves as fast as y'all think it is. Just think about it in internet time. Like it's actually years. I'm not saying that's how long it took, but I'm just saying it's way longer than I think people assume. It's strange. But anyway, congratulations to her.
Congratulations to her. I almost knocked my whole shit over. You saw that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no?
I didn't even notice. I was busy yappity yapping.
Almost took it all down. It would have been a notorious fail.
Notorious.
So speaking of notorious, tell us about the now notorious Buster.
Niggas, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Yes. So, DJ Mustard is having a banner year, okay? And we are excited for him. The same way we're excited for...
A banner year? What's that mean? Banner? B-A-N-N-E-R? Like...
Yeah, he's having a good year. Things are going well. You know?
I never heard that before. I'm sorry to step on your intro. I just was like, what?
Yeah, no, it's a thing.
I gotta look it up. I believe you. I just, these ears, they never heard it before.
Okay.
But please, I apologize for stepping all over your intro.
Quite all right.
Take us away.
It's quite all right. DJ Mustard is having a good year, and
a banner year.
We saw right before the Super Bowl, I don't think we ever got a chance to talk about it, but there was a Super Bowl adjacent, I don't know if it actually ran during the big game, but there was a Super Bowl DJ Mustard ad with Heinz. At the time, we didn't really know what was going on with that. We just knew that, he was hanging out with the Heinz people. And it just seemed like it made sense, right? Because Kendrick was doing the Super Bowl. He is very much involved with Kendrick's album and obviously TV Off. And, he was like, he's been on the scene,
Very much so.
This song really did, whoever wasn't already paying attention to him, which I think a lot of people were, those people are now paying attention to him as well. So it was announced, a new ad came out with him and Heinz. Yep, I think it happened yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And it says that he will be Heinz's new chief mustard officer.
Yes, yes.
He was
Love
in their
this.
he was in their test kitchen and came up with two new Heinz, I want to say ketchup so bad, Heinz mustard flavors. So those will be coming out. We don't know when. I assume they're going to come out right before barbecue season, so we're probably not going to have to wait that long. But they have not told us what the flavors will be. I'm going to be really honest with you. I only eat yellow mustard. I will not be having any flavors.
Come on.
I don't eat Dijon mustard. I don't eat honey mustard. I only like yellow mustard, and I know that is unpopular, and I don't care. So,
Well, let me take it further. As
mhm.
Kendrick said, I don't eat mustard at all.
And that's fine. I don't eat mayo.
I don't eat mustard at all. Not even a little bit.
I don't even eat a little bit of mayo. Don't put it
So
in a sauce. I don't want an aioli.
yeah.
None of that. No, no, thank you. Gross. Yuck. Keep your food. So,
If I taste something, I'm like,
what is that?
is there mustard in here?
That's nasty. Yeah,
Well,
no.
why'd you ruin my meal? Why'd you ruin my snack? Why'd you do that?
Oh, don't put it on a burger. Ugh. What are you doing?
Actually,
Why
I
is it
don't
there?
know. I don't know what people put mustard on besides hot dogs.
And burgers. I like
Yeah.
I like mustard on bacon.
Mhm.
That was like a thing when I was a kid. So I like mustard on bacon. I don't like ketchup on bacon.
Mhm. So
I
when
don't
you eat your breakfast, like let's just say there's eggs.
I don't like mustard and eggs. If I don't do eggs, okay.
I was gonna say, if there's eggs, bacon, potatoes, you don't put your ketchup just all over the whole thing.
I don't like ketchup on eggs. I don't like, although, okay, exception to the rule. There's this spot by my apartment that makes breakfast sandwiches. Like that's their whole thing. They make breakfast sandwiches and they do a bacon, egg, and cheese with caramelized onions with ketchup. The ketchup is very light, and I think it's the caramelized onions that allows for it to taste good. I will not have that any other time, but it's delicious. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. No, I do not put ketchup on eggs. I do not put ketchup near my bacon. Now, fries. Okay, give me the whole bottle of ketchup. And I love ketchup, by the way. Also, the only real ketchup there is Heinz. That's not because we're talking about Heinz. That's because I lived in
That's because
Heinz City. It's also the truth, but you go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it's the only thing they serve. So,
Heinz owns that city, no?
yeah, it's the only thing they serve. I cannot eat any other ketchup. I think it tastes ungood. Anyway,
Unhonest.
right. But this is really exciting. Oh, wait, let me just read this real quick because they said it's not just the flavors. So it says the collaboration officially kicked off with a short film which depicts a classic Heinz ketchup ad that takes a surprising turn as it morphs into a teaser for Mustard's limited edition flavor and asks its fans if they're ready to taste the remix. I think this is really cool and really fun.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, and this is a quote from the chief marketing officer at Kraft. Like Heinz, Mustard goes all in on everything he puts out into the world. It's been amazing to see him bring that commitment to our work from day one. It's a surprisingly unexpected collaboration. There's more, but it says it's surprisingly unexpected, but collaborating makes sense on so many levels.
I mean, his name is his
This is
name
so
is
cool.
Dijon.
And his name, right?
This was meant to happen.
This was meant to happen.
His mother made it so.
Yeah, and he tells the story about how he didn't realize at first that he was named after mustard.
So he
And then
saw
he
his
asked
name
his
on the
mom,
bottle.
And he asked his mom, and she was like, "Yeah." That took me down because I thought he was gonna say, "Mom was like, actually, like I knew somebody," and then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna name my baby that," and no, Mom was like, "Yeah, it sounded cool, and it was Mustard." You right?
Yeah.
Yep. He said his cousin is the one who started calling him Mustard, and that's
Yeah.
how the name
You
just
say
stuck.
never even know why. You didn't know why for many years.
Yeah, yeah. So cool story. This is really fun and exciting for him. Who knew that this was going to be that he was going to be collaborating with Heinz? That's just, and they are huge. So this is no
Absolutely.
small collaboration. So
No, this is
very excited for him.
shout out to Kendrick for the alley oop.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Look at that. Everybody's winning.
Not everybody.
That's true.
All right, I got our next article pulled up if I'm correct.
Please take us away.
Take me away. All right. We head over to one of our favorite places,
Mm-hmm.
Deadline. Deadline says AMC Entertainment to bring Screen X or DX premium formats to U.S. theaters for first time. With the curtain soon to go up on CinemaCon, and as theaters look to add more lucrative premium formats in a still shaky market, AMC Entertainment and CJ 4D Plex have partnered on 65 premium Screen X and 4DX locations worldwide. 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 Boats and hoes. Yeah, so listen, for those who don't know what 4DX is, it's when you go to the movies. You don't know what 4DX is?
No, I was waiting for you to tell me. I was waiting for you to explain.
4D is when stuff is happening to you at the theater.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that.
So,
So what
like,
is
if
4DX?
it's raining in the movies, there will be water going on you in the movie. Now, let me be clear. It's not going to be pouring raining on you, but they'll have, like, for example, if you're sitting here,
Sprinkling.
the seat in front of you will be spraying out mists of water in your face. Or,
This is
like,
kind of like
if
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Let me back up. In Disney World, I want to say, I don't think it's called MGM anymore, but when I went as a kid, it was MGM, and they had the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids show that you would go to, and you're watching it on the screen, and they're in the lab. I actually think the parents shrunk or something. It doesn't matter. The point is, when the rats went and ran around the lab, you felt them on your feet.
Yes.
When the dog came and like shook, it was sopping wet and shook himself out, you would get wet. It was things like that. So that's what I mean when I say Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Okay, well, for me, my first memory is SpongeBob. I was working with kids. We went to an exhibit, and there was like this SpongeBob thing. And I was like, oh, can we go? And they were like, just so you guys know, it's 4D. And we were like, yeah, whatever. Let's get on the ride. And then next thing we know, SpongeBob is spraying some kind of liquid, and we're getting sprayed in the face. And we were like, oh, what's
Right.
happening?
You
What's
know
going
what
on?
it is at the start.
We're split. Half the kids were having a blast. Half the kids were freaking out. And I was like, my mouth was open. I got water in my mouth. What? Nobody told me what's going on here. It ended up being really fun. But we just, at first, we didn't know. And so, yeah. So, 4D, I wanted
So is
to
that the same as X? Is there just the X just behind it? Just why is there an X?
I don't know why there's an X, but
Okay, I thought there was something more to that story, but okay. Yeah, then we're good.
let me see.
I wanted to share something with the class, but I can't. So
It says this is Google. It says the name 4DX refers to the movie theater experience developed by CJ 4D Plex, which goes beyond traditional 3D by adding physical effects like motion enhanced seats, wind, rain, and scents, creating a more immersive and multi-sensory viewing experience. The 4D builds upon the concept of 3D, which focuses on visual depth. 4DX takes it further, like Kendrick, by incorporating physical sensations to enhance the movie experience.
So let me ask you something. Do you like 4D? I know you just explained that story and sounds like you were able to have fun with it, but are you
Bubbles.
into that?
Sorry, it says wind, rain, fog, lightning, snow, bubbles, and scents are used to enhance. During SpongeBob, there was
There were
bubbles
bubbles. Yeah.
everywhere. The
I
whole
love that.
theater was filled with bubbles, and the kids were loving it.
That's so cute.
Kids were jumping out their seats trying to pop the bubbles.
You
It
gotta
was
pop the
crazy.
bubbles.
I think it depends, right? I think it depends on what we doing. Like everything. I think personally, my opinion, I think there are certain things that you go to see in 3D that make sense. Like I want to see this in 3D. I feel the same way about 4D. I feel like if we're gonna go see like an action movie, they're not gonna do much in the D, right? Like they're gonna shake the seats, and that's probably it. Now, if you tell me we're going to like an animated movie, right? Like the SpongeBob was a good example, right? If you tell me we're gonna go to something that has lots of things happening, then we're gonna get the full 4D experience. Then yeah, I'll go to 4D. I mean, it's not my favorite, but I'm cool. I'm down for a different experience.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets real interesting. AMC already announced changes were coming to AMC A-List in May. The price is going up, and you now get 4 times a week instead of 3 times a week in any format. You good? Oh, this time you almost broke your whole setup.
Yes.
You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. Last topic was me. This time is you. We doing good.
Yeah,
So, yeah, that's exactly what happened. You didn't peep because you were talking, but I kicked my setup and it went like this for a
Oh my
second.
gosh.
I'm
Yeah.
doing it slower because I don't want it to break, but that's what happened.
Mhm.
Anyway, minus our own 4D experiences here, I think I think it matters what it is you're gonna see, right?
Mhm.
That SpongeBob experience was a great example. Something like maybe Jurassic Park, right, where you know the animals are gonna be spitting stuff, or there's gonna be
Yeah.
a big splash or something like that. That probably makes sense. As much as I love Marvel, probably not the stuff to go see in 4D. Maybe something like a Disney movie, like Lilo and Stitch, is probably a good thing to see in 4D. They didn't pay us. These are not ads. I'm just trying to give examples that make sense.
You know, I get that.
So for me, it's like 3D, right? Like there's a lot of movies that come out in 3D, but they're not all really worth it because ain't shit happening that's gonna really be the popping out at you cool stuff. I think it's kind of the same with 4DX. You got to think about what is it that you want to experience and is it worth it? Also because most people have to pay extra for 4DX. Now, the reason I brought up AMC A-List to come back to it is because I'm assuming they haven't announced this yet, but I'm assuming this will be part of our AMC A-List stuff. And so then if it is, and I'm correct, then yeah, I'll probably go more often because it's free. It's something I've already paid for anyway. It won't be an additional fee for me as an AMC A-List member.
Makes sense.
So that's my long-winded answer.
No, that was good. That was good.
How about you? Are you excited about 4D? What do you think this will do for AMC?
I think same thing you said, depends on the film. I'd be willing to try it. I don't remember the last time I went to something like that, but I'd be willing to check it out.
I'm trying to see if the article says anything else. Oh, it says they want a complete rollout, meaning all theaters by 2027.
Okay.
I kind of feel bad for Regal. That was kind of Regal's thing. They kind of had like the exclusivity of that for a hot minute.
I didn't know that.
And I guess Cinemaplex as well, but it's over for that. It's over for that balling.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Wow. Well, listen, sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles.
That's right, Bruce Almighty. Okay, they got a list here of stuff that's coming out in 4D.
Okay.
It says upcoming titles in ScreenX and 4DX include Warner Brothers' Minecraft and Sinners, Marvel Studios Thunderbolt, Paramount Pictures Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, Lionsgate's Ballerina, Universal Pictures How to Train Your Dragon, Sony Theaters 28 Years Later, Warner Brothers F1, Universal Pictures Jurassic Park, see, I told you, Jurassic World Rebirth, excuse me, Warner Brothers Superman, and Marvel Studios Fantastic Four First Steps.
I would go see Fantastic Four that way.
So I would see some of these. I mean, none of the kids in my life are probably going to want to see Minecraft, but it's probably actually a really good idea to see it in 4D. I don't know about Sinners. I'm not really sure what would happen there, but I feel like How to Train Your Dragon, the kids movies make sure to have stuff. Is why I keep referencing the kids movies.
Yeah,
It's not because I'm just like excited about kids movies. It's just like you got to think about the things these movies are doing. Like, as much as I'm a big Superman fan, I don't know what's going to happen in Superman.
Unless they're picking up the seats and you're flying around.
I mean, that part would be flying, you know what I'm saying? Pun intended. Right. But as far as the other, like, rain, wind, and all that stuff, I'm not sure. Now, if Superman is flying around and we feel the wind on our faces, you know, that might be all right.
Like a diva fan kind of thing, but...
Yeah. So,
I don't know.
I mean, again, if it's all good, you know, we all imagine things differently. So yeah, I think it depends. Jurassic World, like I said, Jurassic Park is infamous for like things like that happening. So yeah, I would see some of those in 4D.
Yeah.
Now Screen X, I don't really know much about. It seems to be a separate thing, and I don't really know a lot about that part. I know more about the 4DX.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it, man.
All right. Well, that's all I have.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Weeknights. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you, and we will see you tomorrow.
Monday.
Snap, it's Friday. We see you Monday. Have a good weekend.
Bye.